Hi guys, Happy New Year. Amaka here. For those of you who don't know, I love to bake and read and come on here and tell you about the books I read or new things I baked that I really loved or books I bought, stuff like that. So welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I have a raspy voice. I don't know what's wrong. So I have my tea here. This video is going to be a pretty long video, so you can grab a snack or a drink or whatever you feel like having, and then let's get on to it. So one of my most viewed video was my book haul video in August, so I figured I should do another one. So I normally go on book buying bans in August. So I buy books May, June, July, then go on a book buying ban till like November, December, and then go on another one all the way to May. So I shop May, June, July, yeah. Then book buying ban till November, December, then all the way again. So that's the way I do it in order to not spend too much money because I spend a lot. And I found out that I'm wearing the perfect shirt for this video. So it says, I work so hard to support my book buying addiction. My siblings are sure that I have an addiction, and I'm almost sure that they are going to plan an intervention because it's getting too crazy according to them. But I think I buy an appropriate amount of books for someone that loves books, in my opinion. So let's start the video. So these are the books that I got in November from 1K bookstore. Let's see. She sent candy and a highlighter. Thank you. So this is not a new book. So the first book I got was, she sent a note to season greetings. We truly value your support and hope you enjoy your freebies. They are meant to make you smile. Yeah, I smiled. We'll love a shout out on IG if you're up for it. Happy reading. Oh, that's cute. So the first book I bought was There Was a Country by Chinua Achebe. So I've read Things Fall Apart. I think that's the only one I've read, and I think this one is the book he wrote after that. So I really wanted to read it. So that's that first book. And then second book I got was Atomic Habits. So last year I started a few non-fiction books. I like non-fiction, or I read non-fiction sometimes, but I didn't finish one. Like I started Ikigai, I read like a few others, but I didn't get even halfway. So this year I told myself that every month I must read at least one non-fiction book. So I decided to buy this one. I heard it's really good and it's the beginning of the year, so maybe this is what I'll read. In January is almost gone. And it's a big book, so maybe I'll read this in February and then finish this one this January. So the next book is Man's Search for Meaning. I read this book. I started reading this book again last year, but I didn't finish it. It's one of the non-fiction books that I didn't finish. But I had read it before. I read it a few years ago during my MBA, and it was one of the books that we all had to read, and it blew my mind. Like this book blew my mind, and I think everyone should read this book. It was about a man that's a doctor that survived the Second World War. He was in one of the concentration camps, and he survived it. And the book just talks about your mindset, and if like just having a will to do stuff would play a part in you actually doing it, something like that. Yeah, so it's a book that everyone must read. Yeah. So the next pile we have is from Bookstore. They are an online bookstore. They have an Instagram page where they sell from, and then they also have a website. I enjoyed my time shopping on the website, and I highly recommend. So the first book I got, this was from my Secret Santa, one of my presents from my Secret Santa last year. The Parlor Wife. I don't know much about it. So the front says, her place is in the home, but her heart yearns for freedom. The Parlor Wife. So she's probably a wife that wanted more for herself than just the domestic areas of being a wife. Yeah. So this is the first book I got. The second book I got is The Great Alone by Christine Hanna. So I don't really know much about any of her books, but I know that she writes historical fiction for women mostly, and then her books make you cry. Like that's the only thing I know. Like she makes you cry, and that's enough for me. Like just finding a book that makes people cry, 70% is going to be nice for me. So this is the first book I got. Um, the second book I got, I mean. So the next book I got from them was, what am I saying? The first book I got from them, the other was a present. The second book I got from them is Everything I Know About Love. So this is an autobiography. As I said, I'm trying to read more non-fiction books, so self-help books, memoirs, stuff like that. So this is very popular, so I hope it's going to be nice. Then the last book I got is A Woman Is No Man. I know nothing about this book. So the back is set, so it says the book is set in Brooklyn and then Palestine. Looks good. I love the cover and I'm hoping this is going to be nice. So the next bag of books are from School Books NG, I think, on Instagram. They also have a physical store. They're in Abuja. Yeah. So the first book in the pile is Promise Boys. Promise Boys. I think they were in secondary school. They were in hostel, and then something happened, and the police had to get involved. The principal had to get involved. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. The next book I got, one of the books I'm so excited for this year is And So I Raw. This is the second book in the, I don't know if the book has a series name, but it's the book that comes after The Girl with the Louding Voice. Aduni had my heart in that book. Like I really loved it. I think we read it for book club in 2020. 2023. Oh my god, my brain, I'm so slow today. 2023, and I really liked it. Like Aduni was awesome. It was so hard to get into the book at first because of the writing style. I think she was speaking in pidgin. The writing style was so hard to get into, but once I got into it, the book was awesome. Yeah, so this is one of the books I got. And then the next book I got is The Mechanics of Yenogwa. This book I heard is so funny, and yeah, I always heard it's funny, and I'm looking forward to reading that. Yeah, to reading this. Then the last book in this pile that I got is Broken. So this book is like a hot shot on TikTok, like book talk, Nigerian book talk is going crazy about this book. So if it's not good, but I think it's going to be good. It's a romance book. I think it's set in the UK or Canada and Abuja, and yeah, so it's a romance book. I should probably read it in February, so I'm looking forward to reading this too. That's all from this pile. And then the next pile of books are books that I got in December, no, January, I think. Sorry for the noise. So the first book I got was this classic, The Picture of Dorian Gray. I heard is really, really good. I don't really know much about it. Yeah, but I heard it's like one of the best books to read. So that's this one. The next book I got was The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. Frida was the busiest woman in 2024. I think she rolled out like, I don't know how many books she wrote. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. I really liked the Housemaid series, so I hope I like this one too. Then the next book I got was Green Lights. This is also a memoir. I said I want to start reading more nonfiction, so, and it's by Matthew McConaughey. I love him as an actor, and then he's also always in some motivational videos that I watch. So I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say. Then beach read. So the next book I have is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I think this is the okay. So there's one other book after this. People We Meet on Vacation. That's the last book of hers that I don't have, and I don't plan to buy that because I'm not really a fan. But I've been looking forward to buying this and reading this. So I haven't read this, and I also haven't read Funny Story, and I'm looking forward to reading them this year, probably in February, because that's the month of love, and this is a romance book. Then the next book, The Nightingale. So this is another Kristen Hannah book, and I heard this one like people were shedding tears, like shedding tears. So so I'm looking forward to reading it. I just bought, so I haven't read any of her books, but then I went on holiday this past few weeks, and I was just buying anything that I saw her name on. Like, so if I hope they are good because I have like five of her books. So this is The Nightingale. I also have Fire, Firefly Lane. I don't think this one is sad. It's about two friends. I think it's on Netflix. I started the show, but I stopped. Maybe I have to read the book first and then read again. Read the book first and then watch again. And then the last one is The Four Winds. Yeah. So that is, so I have like four of her books. I have one down here, five. That is oh, and then for this one I have to drop my mic to show you guys. Guys, I'm finally joining the Sarah J Maas people. So I read A Pot of Thorns and Roses. I think that's what it's called. So I read that. I read the book one and I also read the book two and I loved it. But I was trying to listen to book three and it wasn't giving, like I wasn't getting into it. But I should try and read that again. And then one of my friends said this book is way better. Like Throne of Glass is way better than Dakota. I hope that's the way it's pronounced. So yeah, so I'm hoping to read this. And then I have a thing where I start a series and then if it takes too long for me to read the next book, I just stop. So I probably would read this an entire month, maybe March or April. Yeah. So those are all the books I got, guys. So these are eight books: 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26, not bad. Like it's not as much as the ones I got in my last book haul, but these are a lot of books already. So I hope you like the video. So my next video is going to be me sorting out this shelf. Like I still have a lot of decorations on them on the shelves. So I have to take down the decorations, clean the books, and then arrange these new ones on it. Try and make space because I don't have space anymore. Try and make space, and then that's that.